It's been a few days since I first got to play this. I can see in the top left corner I'm supposed to analyze the black box, but I do not remember anything about what that means or how to do it. So that's going to be a bit of a puzzle as we go along. But in the meantime, I did go through and read the rest of the tutorial pages, and hopefully we'll fumble around a lot less in general. I notice this sector now has plenty of people versus how much work is going on here, so I can actually switch these buildings back on. It does though beg the question of what am I going to do in those buildings, because those are stockpiles. Looks like I need another one for cryogenic pods, and possibly for either iron or steel alloys rather. Do I need more alloys in Sector 2? Yeah, I kind of do, so I'm probably better off moving some of it across here. Plus, this needs to finish collecting what's in here. Yeah, let's remember how to move things between sectors. I believe it was one of these. I want to move some alloys. Right, yes, I forgot about that. Okay, so let's keep, say, 50 in Sector 2 for now. I'm still a little bit puzzled how this is intended to work, because you can, I think, say this is the target maximum, and maybe that's the right way to do it. I don't want Sector 1 to be stuck at 200 all the time. I want at least some of it to move across. Cool, that hopefully takes care of the problem with these two stockpiles, but I still don't know what I'm doing with this one. There are plenty of other things that we can collect that we're not collecting currently, so the fact it's not doing anything, I guess, just means I can switch it off. Now in Sector 2, what was I doing here? That's currently under construction and needs more alloy. Well, we're fixing that. Okay. This is off for some reason. How we go with people? Here we've got plenty of people. I think that can be switched on. And as for what it's collecting, I do not know. We have 2 cargo ships now. So if I go to fleet management, no, we don't have 2 cargo ships. That's interesting. Is that what's under construction, perhaps? I think that must still be under construction. Okay, I just am not seeing... Yeah, build cargo ship, there it is. It's right under my nose, as you're probably all pointing out. Let's see, 040, what's this? Battery, okay, cool, we like batteries. Consuming 36. I think the production of power is purely the external solar panels. We possibly want to get some more of those. Although that will take up the vast majority of the polymers and electronics that we have available at the moment. So I'll hold off on that for a sec. Interesting. All right, let's actually get the game playing again. And meanwhile, My science ship, the Plank, yes, Plank, doesn't really need to be all the way out there anymore. I don't know if there's much else for it to do. Oh no, Venus, there we go, let's go to Venus.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Well, okay, now we're going to have two then. Well, we'll see if that works or not. Maybe they can cooperate. Okay. Let's do that. This one can do it. Sounds good. Okay. I don't know if there's a reason to send the other science ship there, but I'm doing it anyway. And I can see one of my probes is on its way out somewhere. I don't think there's anything else I particularly need from probes at the moment. And it looks like I don't have one to send. Do I want to start collecting all this iron and other resources? Well, maybe. I think we wait for our second cargo ship to be available. This one is kind of busy, trying to collect a bit of everything. It looks like there's not very much other than alloy and iron to collect at the moment. Once Koala has done its thing, which that's not Koala. Yeah, so I don't know if Koala's actually built or if it's just being nice and telling me that it's in bed. In fact, that may be it getting completed right now. Yeah, I don't want to be dismantling anything, thank you. Also, the other thing I need to really talk about taking care of is the homeless situation and the food situation. I think food is adequate, but this sector does not have a hospital. Is the problem? So let's build the, I'll get the right word, infirmary, not hospital. And I guess trying to be efficient in where I place things. I think there's a limit to how efficient you can be. We want that, and we want a bunch more crew quarters. If I remember correctly, they hold 15 each, yes. 15 crew, and we've currently got a housing situation far worse than that. Oh no, only 16. Yeah, okay, so we need at least 2 more of these. I don't want to build too close to the bottom because we might use outdoorsy buildings for that. And my road does not line up properly. Okay, let's stick it over here for now. Yes, that's what I thought. There. And I will fix that road because I'm... Oops. Let's try and get my controls the right way around. I want that main road to be all the way through, and I will get rid of some of the other stuff later. Judging by what we saw last time, there's no issues with having these little cars or trucks or whatever they are blocking each other or, you know, congestion of traffic. So one road makes sense to me. Alright, meanwhile, this is not currently building a ship. I could build another mining ship, or
A
I
science
could
ship
build
has arrived at its destination.
more cargo ships or more science ships. Again, I don't know what I need, so I'm going to put off. And this is doing what? Getting constructed, I think. Excellent. So now that we have 2 EVA airlocks, we should be able to repair our hull faster, assuming we had alloy to do it. Which is what these trucks are delivering right now. Yep, okay, cool. What is this? Okay, yep. What if... I don't think I can undo. I want this one to collect those as well. Because it's good to have a source of alloys right next to a thing that uses them. And now that that road is constructed, we can get rid of the old, annoyingly unaligned one. I think it might make sense to connect up those doors, and I've already done that on the other side. So I shouldn't need any of this anymore. Although I won't remove the entirety of it because we probably want to use that space later. And the space in front of this sign cannot be used for the external buildings, so I was putting things like batteries there. I'm not going to tell it to build anymore because we really do have an alloys problem here. Okay. Well, if we rebalance this further and say give us 100 and drop that to 100, hopefully it will transfer more quickly. And right, what are we collecting from there? Ah, yes, people. This one is carrying alloy by the look of things. I was hoping it was going to carry it to Venus, but that doesn't seem to be its plan. Ah, we've already got them. Okay, cool. That should mean that Plank is now there as well. No, it doesn't appear that you can have 2 science ships working together. That's unfortunate. In that case, Plank should probably go down to Mars. Okay, so this one is focused on people. Yeah. So now that Koala has done its job, I want to pick up that and possibly some of these other things as well, but mainly the iron, of which there is quite an abundance out there at the moment. And we can probably launch another probe and see if we can find the rest of the planets. So we've got Jupiter, we've got Mars, so there should be one on this ring. Possibly there. Okay, back to indoors. That's looking a bit more functional. We've actually got some alloys in our stockpile, at least one of them. This, I don't think has been constructed yet, and that might be part of the problem. Yeah, the battery's getting constructed. Okay. Yes, I'm getting the feeling that Sector 2
A
just
science
needs...
ship team has completed
time.
a task.
Okay, cool. Moribund. Okay. So, I don't know who Elixies is or what the Black Market Society is. Those are things I expect we'll find out later. And we've now got some stuff we can get from here, which is good. That one's nearly at Jupiter. Let's have a quick look at Sector 1 while we're waiting. Okay, yeah, the iron
A science
and
ship
alloys
has
issue
arrived
is
at
going
its
to become a problem
destination.
soon. So we definitely need Koala to be collecting lots of iron. I think we might actually emphasize that point. Alrighty. Got another probe ready. Let's start on the next ring. Okay, this one I think. Alright, Heisenberg, where are you going to go next? In theory, there will be science to collect out here, but I can't tell it to go there yet. Mars is on the way.
A science ship team has completed a task.
This section also requires more crew quarters. There aren't any convenient spots to put in, so let's go there. I guess there. Okay, so I finally noticed that there are people just wandering around. It's probably been happening the whole time without me noticing. I can't select them to find out what their deal is. I don't know if that's the homelessness factor or if that's just them going to and from buildings to work and to sleep and whatnot. Ready? Yes, I thought that might happen. Okay, so this one, no, not that one. This one can go to Saturn. And let's see if we can find one of the closer planets. There. What is the actual population situation here? 283. Sure there will be a way of telling what the housing factor is. 44 are not housed at the moment. Okay. Make that 29, I guess. And I think it might make more sense at this point to move some more of them across. So from Sector 1, Sector 2, we want to move, let's say, 30, 40. And we will, there we go, that helps. 253, 255, 107, 120. I will definitely require more housing over in Sector 2. That is electronics, okay. This one can collect that, please. Complete my central road, hurrah! Oops.
A probe has completed its scan.
Cool.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay. Saturn.
Population transfer complete.
There's that black market society we were talking about. Or at least some mention of it again. Okay, let's see if we can talk to them. Meanwhile, not you. I think that's in progress, it's just taking a really long time. Cool. And it's just dawned upon me that this funny little cone symbol is probably a sign that my mining ship needs to do some work. Only just realized, because I've been wondering what the difference was between these little stacked boxes and the weird cones. Okay, whereabouts my Omnitron be? Probably nowhere, because it's only meant to mine iron. Let's say you can you can mine other things. Yes, now it's on its way. Alrighty. Don't know how long it was sitting around doing nothing, but these things happen. I've got another probe. Sorry, composites or whatever it is, polymers. Oh, it is carbon. There you go. It's green. I got confused. Also, if you're as new to this game as I am, the little arrow there, iron turns into alloy, carbon turns into polymers, silicon turns into electronics. The rest don't have arrows. Cool. Why is this one not doing anything? Yeah, here we go. Alright. Something kind of blew up, but we got away with it. Do I want to investigate storage? Do I want to look look for science. Do I want to just find more resources? Okay, or all right. Let's do a full sweep at the facility. Is there a way to see how much? There we go. 116, 629. I definitely don't need to be finding any more of that right now. Yeah, the alloy situation is becoming a problem, which probably means I need another one of these buildings. But it also means I need more iron. Okay. What if you were allowed to pick up iron as well, and we deprioritize some of that other stuff? Because there's stacks of that out there at the moment.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Cool.
A probe has completed its scan.
Okay, this place sounds pretty dangerous. Okay. This sounds like one of those take a risk kind of situations, and since I don't know what I'm doing, I will take all of the risks on offer. Okay. Why did you change? Okay. Not sure why that has decided to give up on mining ice and go and get the iron, but I guess it's a factor of how many ships I have and it's doing left to right priority, perhaps. Okay. Sector 2. How is your housing situation? 101. Can't tell from this view. Good, we've got plenty there. This is barely enough. Alright. How's the cryonic pod situation? Yeah, we've still got tons and tons of them. Okay. This place needs more housing. It's going to fill in that little gap. It will require a road.
A science ship team has completed a task.
And I think we should probably build a spare as well.
A probe has completed its scan.
Maybe in this corner. Oops. Right. does this thing produce? 15 to 15, and it's per cycle. I wouldn't call that overly fast. I think we need a separate steel mill. Which does not fit anywhere. Okay, I was afraid of that. So in Sector 2, there's iron stacking up. We aren't putting it into any of these yet. Let's get cracking with a design of some sort. Okay, if we put a steel mill, I am not pronouncing that very well, steel mill, maybe, nope, not there, I can fit it here. Or, no, I don't want to put it there. I think here. And then it will require stockpiles to be next door to it. Or better yet, opposite the street, I think is how this works. Let's go with 2. I just put them facing the wrong way, didn't I? Undo. I forgot that they even had a facing. Deconstruct that one and that one. Construct that one. There we go. Hopefully this one's facing the right way. That thing is nearly full, so we definitely need these built quickly. Let's prioritize that. If only I had some more alloys. Okay. Are we building anything
A
in
science
here
ship
other
team
than...
has completed a task.
Not really. Right, meanwhile, 400 other things are going on at the same time. You. We lost some people. That's unfortunate. Okay. There's more stuff here. Yep, that's cool. Okay, there's no further objective for you. You, on the other hand. Let's go with heat up and try to melt the ice rather than cutting through it. And you must return. Yep, okay, you can, if I can find the right button, you can go back to Tikkun. If I can, oh, we're orbiting the moon, aren't we? Here. Meanwhile, yet more probes. Science to be had somewhere around here. silicon. Yeah, let's go with that. So what have we got so far? Mercury, Mars, not Venus, okay. Mercury, Venus. My very eager mother, there we go, yep, cool. Got all the inner planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Well, Uranus is the one I have not found yet. Okay, might look for that next. And by the look of it, there's orbit trails out here. I had not spotted that. Possibly one of those is Pluto. We'll find out later. Power situation is starting to look really bad too, so let's go and fix that. I definitely require more solar panels. And I'm going to have to start on set 2 soon. That doesn't have as many requirements, let's do that. Yes. Alright. Does that mean we need to make sure that there are... No, we've got something here, that's fine. Alright, they're both working on the same thing, but look at the stats. Is that telling me a probe is ready, or is that telling me a probe is into construction? I can't tell. I don't need 2 of these at the moment. You can do something else. You can hold ice.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
That's unfortunate. What sort of accident do we have?
A science ship team has completed a task.
Oh no, we did build the infirmary, good. Alright, so when there's an accident like that, there's not really anything you can do to speed it up, you just have to wait for people to get better. I do have a separate stockpile for the same resource, so if it wasn't empty, I wouldn't be completely boned. But it is empty, so I'm completely boned. You need to build that, or collect that one point. You will need to do that too when you can. Finishing this one is the high priority. What is your problem? Back to ticket. I was pressing the wrong button. Alright, cool. You. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. Switch on the power, everything blows up. Okay, well, since there's no more science to collect there, you can go and collect science that appears to be at Mercury. Right, sand, okie dokie, we're looking for Uranus, which is possibly there. And unfortunately, since it's a weeknight, I probably should be stopping soon. In fact, I should really have stopped about 20 minutes ago, but let's break the rules for a few more minutes. If I do this, speed up for a sec. Cool. Now that that's online, some of the alloy situations should get better. Okay. And the population situation is probably going out of control again. Yes, it's starting to. 300 people. Actually, let me look at that again. Yes. So if I could please migrate some people from 1 to 2, but I want specifically the non-workers, however many there might be. It's about 40 people, so let's move 30. And that will put me over capacity there, I think. Maybe not.
A probe has completed its scan.
Cool. Usually when a probe has completed its scan, I've got another one to launch. Nope, okay. Did I find Uranus? No, I found a pile of silicon. Okay. How's my old mate Heisenberg doing? You collected everything that's there. There's nowhere else to go. Never mind. I think you're at least in good condition again. I think I need carbon. I think that's what I need. Okay.
Population transfer complete.
I'm running very, very low on polymers. I will require a factory to turn one thing into another. Ooh, that's what I've not been doing the whole time I've been playing today. Okay. I need to research how to make polymers. Research that, please. Black box. That's what I'm supposed to be doing with that whole puzzle. Okay. That will have to wait. Tune in next time when I hopefully remember what I'm meant to be doing.